Bridget. Welcome to the Zoom call of Friday evening. Vignesh, Kumarswamy, Prabhakar, Kiran, and the rest of you whom I cannot see. There are many of you who are in the call, but I have not the fortune of greeting you. But I have got now Gurudat, who has joined, and whoever is joining, I am able to at least greet you. Dr. Ruchika Singh, Kumarswamy, and okay. So, my dear friends, today we are touching a book which is titled The Spiritual Jigsaw Puzzle. And the Spiritual Jigsaw Puzzle is an amazing book because it has 100 realizations. And we touched the first set of realizations last week. Sudeep, can you hear me, Sudeep? Do we have a clear connection? So with that note, today we are going to start on the second set of realizations. We are going to be doing this for many weeks. I don't know how many weeks, but as long as you're not bored about it and you want me to keep on giving you the realizations, I will continue. The moment you get bored, you say, we are bored, then if Rajendra Makwana says change karo, then we will change it. So there will be some of you who said, nahi chahiye, realizations bore ho gaya. So enlightenment is possible. We all are seeking enlightenment. It is possible with the realization of the truth. And realizations are many. You know that last time we spoke about so many realizations. I don't know if you remember them. I don't expect you to remember them. I got a thought a few days back, and the thought said, if you realize it, then you don't have to memorize it. Remember these words? I said, if you realize it, you don't have to memorize it because you have realized it. Each realization is like a piece of a jigsaw puzzle. I'm sure you all have played a jigsaw puzzle and you try to put the pieces together. Sometimes you give a child the jigsaw puzzle of a world map and the child has to fix it together. The child can sit for days together trying to fix each piece. You have to fix the piece. And sometimes in jigsaw puzzles, the wrong piece will fit in and the picture will be wrong. So you have to learn to put the right pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. And today I am going to talk about a few more realizations. Last time we did 9, and this time I hope to do 11 so that we reach 20. The first realization is all human beings are chasing happiness. You see, all human beings. Surinder Goyal, sahi galat. Every human being is chasing happiness. Surinder, right or wrong? I don't know whether Surinder has got audio or not. Ruchika, can you hear me?
He doesn't have.
Okay. No, he doesn't have to respond. He has to only say yes or no. He has to say, people, you are not, the first half an hour is no unmuting. Only next half an hour. I'm only saying, Surinder, log खुशी के पीछे भाग रहे हैं. सही या गलत? Log पीछे, that's, so in the first half an hour, reply will only be visual because otherwise the noise will disturb. So all human beings are chasing happiness, but the problem is that you don't have to chase happiness. There was a man, his name was Robert. Bridget, have you heard the story of Robert? Have I told you the story of Robert, Bridget? No. Let me tell you the story of Robert. Robert, he had a huge luxury yacht. He had a huge luxury yacht and he had a skyscraper and he used to come from his yacht and go up to the skyscraper. And one day when he was coming, they introduced him and told him, Robert, meet Mr. Tom. Tom is our best fisherman. So Robert, so hi, Tom, how are you? And he saw, Tom said, I'm good, I'm very happy. So what are you doing, Tom? I'm playing with my children. So he said, Tom, but why are you playing with your children? Why don't you go do fishing? So he said, Tom said, I finished catching fish for the day. He said, but why don't you catch some more fish? Why should I catch more fish? He said, because you can make more money. He said, Tom told Robert, sir, why should I make more money? Then Robert said, Tom, then you can buy a boat. And Tom said, why should I buy a boat? He said, if you buy a boat, you can appoint fishermen and make more money. Why would I want to appoint fishermen and make more money? Then you can have a fleet of boats. You can have many boats and you can become a millionaire. And I know you're the most hardworking fisherman. But why should I do all this, Robert, sir? Robert said, then one day you can be happy and you can enjoy life like me. He told Robert, sir, but what do you think I'm doing right now? I'm already enjoying my life. So the point is that we human beings, we are doing so many things, trying to be happy. We are chasing happiness. And in the bargain, we are losing enlightenment. And we are becoming miserable, living a life of an illusion. So remember this, all human beings are chasing happiness. This is a piece of realization. It's an important realization. Happiness is like a shadow. The more you chase it, the further it goes away. You can't become happy. You have to be happy. You have to learn, because in enlightenment, being happy is very important. The next realization, number 11, happiness is not pleasure that comes from achievement. From the time we are children, we are taught, be successful, be successful. We teach our children even till today, come first in class, become school captain. Why? Why should I become school captain? Why should I be the class leader? Because we put so much pressure on our children that we don't teach them that success, achievement is happiness. This is a myth. It is not the truth. Achievement is not ultimate happiness. Therefore, when you put this piece of realization in the jigsaw puzzle, you realize that you have to unlearn many things. We have been taught, we have been indoctrinated, we have been bulldozed, brainwashed with many things. No, we have to unlearn these things. And we should not teach our children the wrong things. We have been taught the wrong things, at least we should not teach our children the wrong things. So, my friends, we are going on to realization number 12. So, what is happiness? Happiness is being content and being fulfilled. Real happiness is not achievement, it is contentment and fulfillment. Some people who realize this, they take an exit from the highway of achievement and they reach what is known as the plateau of contentment and fulfillment. That is the goal. The goal is to reach that plateau of contentment and fulfillment. But most human beings, we don't stop at our need. We develop a greed. We want more and more and more. For a human being, enough is not enough. It's a big problem. And this steals our enlightenment. We are all in a race. We are in a race to become an ace, and we are in this chase, and we get caught in this maze. When will we learn to live with grace? This is the challenge of our life. We are like mad people running. Like they said, even in this race, which is a rat race, if you win, what will you be? You will still be a rat, because it's a rat race. What will we do, friends? Enlightenment makes us realize what we earn, others will burn. What will we do? We want more and more and more. For what? No, we just want. There is no answering the question for what, but we just want. And because of this, we are living in so much ignorance. We are living in so much suffering. My dear friends, the next realization, everybody in this world suffers. This was even told by Buddha. There is nobody in this world who doesn't experience physical pain of the body, misery of the mind, agony of the ego. All of you, including me, we all have experienced it. We have experienced physical pain, misery, agony. It's called triple suffering. We all experience this triple suffering. Can you hear me? So sometimes my screen is blanking out. So I don't know whether you can hear me or not. The next, did you all lose me? Sudeep, did you lose me or did you not lose me? Okay. So everybody in this world, thank you for giving me the thumbs up. So for giving me the thumbs up, let me give you one of my favorite shairis. It says, अविद्या के कारण हम सब तड़पते, अंधकार में जीते और फिर हम मरते, पुनर्जन्म फिर हम लेते, मुक्ति नहीं हम पाते, प्रभु से एक ना होते. अविद्या के कारण. What is the cause that everybody suffers? It's because of ignorance. The next realization, we can escape from this triple suffering. I don't know how many of you know this. You can have a life with no problems. You can have a life without pain of the body, without misery, without fear, worry, without hate, anger, revenge, jealousy. In my life, I don't have these problems. My body pains, but I don't suffer. Ashok Chotwani, this is a magic. You can experience the triple suffering liberation. You can escape from pain of the body, misery of the mind, and agony of the ego. What is the way to escape from this? To overcome ignorance, to realize the truth that we are the divine soul. So this is realization number 14. And then comes realization number 15. Who suffers physical pain? Who suffers? The body. The body suffers physical pain. But it's the body, not me. My body is suffering. Many of you say, I have a headache. I have a busting headache. No, I don't have a headache. My head is aching. There's a difference in saying I have a headache and my head is aching. My body is suffering. I am not suffering. Because of this ignorance, because we keep on saying, I am suffering, actually we suffer. When a car has an accident, we don't get hurt. We should not suffer. The car has an accident. So that sometimes when somebody has a car accident, oh, they say, I'm shaken. I am shaken. What happened to you? Nothing happened to me, but the car is smashed. You know, I had a car accident once. I was going up a mountain and a big bus came and smashed my car. The car got smashed like a matchbox, like this. We were 4 people inside the car, the driver, 5. 5 of us could not get out of the car because the car was smashed. From outside, it looked everybody died, but nothing happened to anybody. They cut open the car and we walked out of the car without a scratch. 1 person, the car got a scratch. My point is that we have to. I think the signal is again. You will come back to me soon. Veena, you're back. Veena, can you hear me? Veena, you can hear me, Veena? Good. Realization number 16. So the realization number 15 is who suffers the physical pain? My body. My body suffers physical pain, not me. This is an important realization. My body suffers, not me. Remember this. Then number 16, who is miserable and depressed? It is the mind. Mind is living with fear. It is the mind that worries. The mind that is stressed, depressed. But I am not the mind. What is the mind? The mind is just a bundle of thoughts. I must become the observer of the mind, the witness of the mind. Then I'm free from the misery of the mind. The problem is we all get stressed. And somebody asked me an interesting question. Sanjay Das, have you heard this, Sanjay Das? What is the best way to reverse being stressed? Have you heard? What is the best way to reverse being stressed? The answer, The first is a question. The question, what is the best way to reverse being stressed? Sudeep, you've not heard this. Sudeep, have you heard this? No. So I'm giving you all a new secret. What you've got to do is you've got not come. Just eat desserts. Because if you reverse stressed, it is DESSERTS. So, so if you want to reverse stressed, have desserts. Okay, thank you. So this is I found this very amusing. I said I said some of you may like to enjoy desserts. I don't know how many of you freak out on ice creams and cakes and puddings, because the reverse of being stressed is desserts. So my friends, the point is the mind will get stressed. What do you do in a practical way? What do you do when the mind gets stressed? When the mind gets stressed, you know what I do? I tell my mind. What I tell my mind? मन रे तू काहे को शोर करे, ख्यालों में मुझको तू क्यों डुबाता, शांति क्यों चुराए, मन रे, oh my mind, तू काहे को शोर करे, why you making so much noise? ख्यालों में मुझको, making me sink in thoughts. तू क्यों डुबाता, why you making me sink? शांति क्यों चुराए, why are you robbing my peace? Why, oh my dear mind? So whenever your mind is troubling you, what must you do? Huh? Dasi, I see you joining. When your mind troubles you, you must tell the mind, Dasi, you must tell the mind, मन रे तू काहे को शोर करे, ख्यालों में मुझको तू क्यों डुबाता, शांति क्यों चुराए. Because when you talk to the mind, then the mind listens. You talk to the mind, you make the mind listen, you control the mind, you use the intellect, you use the buddhi, you use the consciousness. Realization number 17, the piece of the jigsaw puzzle. Who gets anguished? Who gets agonized with anger, hate, revenge, jealousy? We all get angry. I hate you. I hate you. Huh? We say that, right? I will kill you. I will kill you. We say. We get so angry. We have revenge, jealousy. Who is the one that is getting all this agony? It is the ego. It is the ego that is agonized due to ignorance. If I always give you this example, the right hand will not hit the left hand. The right hand will not even hit the face. The hand will not hit your face because this is my face, it's me. But we get angry with somebody else because we think we are separate. The challenge is to overcome the ego. The moment we realize we are not the ego, we are free from agony. And this is realization number 17. Realization number 18, desire is the main cause of suffering. In this journey of enlightenment, many of you have been taught that desire is very important. If you don't have desire, how can you achieve your goals? You must have dreams and goals and desires and passions. You know what happens when it's like that? The moment you are full of desire and passion, you are fooled into believing that it is excitement. But in reality, these desires, they create so much stress. They create so much anxiety. A person who has big goals in life, oh, a lot of anxiety. Imagine you are a Formula race champion. Every time you go on a race, you have the pressure to come first because you're the world champion. How much stress? Imagine you are Sachin Tendulkar or Gavaskar or whatever you call Kapil Dev, you know how much stress they have? Every time they go on the pitch, every time they go to play the game, there is so much pressure because they are the world champion and their desire, I must be the best. And what if you don't achieve? Suppose you have a desire and you don't achieve it, then what happens? Then you become disappointed. Then you become unhappy. Therefore, you have to learn to take off this passion, this desire. Remember 2, 3 days back, I told you the story of that fly. The fly was drinking honey. And as the fly was drinking honey, I told you the fly wanted one more sip, one more sip. Its wings got stuck in the honey. It died. So we human beings, we become slaves because we are a slave to what we crave. And we take this desire to our grave. And this is not good. Realization number 19, this world is a mega cosmic illusion. We think this world is real. What do you think? You think everything is real? All this is real? Of course, it appears real. But in reality, all this is Maya. This is an illusion. This is a cosmic illusion. It is called Maya. But when you want enlightenment, you have to realize the Maya of this world. Jagat Mithya, Jagat Maya. It's temporary. It's like a dream. Everything appears real. You touch and you say it's real. See, it's real. Everything's real. Yeah, but one day it will go. One day it will disappear. We are all actors. We come and we go. This world is just a show. In the end, nothing will matter. This realization is realization number 19. And I wrote a nice song. And this song is in English and Hindi. So I'll first give you the Hindi version, what I wrote. I said, जीवन में जो भी होता है प्रभु की लीला स्वीकार करना कर्मों के हिसाब से सब कुछ होता प्रसाद समझ के लेना हमको ना है डरना प्रभु तो साथ है हमेशा गर प्रभु अपने साथ है क्यों डरना डरना ना डरना डरना. Is it clear, Sudeep? Is the voice coming clearly or not? Is the sound okay? Are you able to hear me or is the voice not okay? Ashok Nichani, Sanjay Das or Hitkari, can you all hear me? It's blank. So could you hear me? Could you hear me on this Hindi song? Could you? Because I have to get to Bridget and give her the English version. Sound okay. Thank you, Shankar Selvaraj. Sound okay. So Bridget must be wondering, what is this song all about? Right, Bridget? So for the sake of Bridget and those who don't understand Hindi, we will give you the English translation. Rajendra, can you hear me? I sometimes, okay. Ashok Nichani, can you hear me? Okay, I can see you all now. So Bridget, this song translated in English for the benefit of you and others who don't understand Hindi, the song goes as follows. It says, nothing is real. It's a cosmic drama. We are just actors. We come and we go. There will be laughter. There will be tears. Such is the cosmic show. It's a drama, you see. Whatever will be, will be. Our role we must do, you see. What will be, will be. So this is the English version of this session of this world is a cosmic drama. And we should not let what happens in this world to trouble us. Because if let this what happens in this world trouble us, then we will reach nowhere. Right? So I'm not able to see Bridget to ask her whether she heard the English. Vipul Raj, you heard the English version, Vipul? Okay. So we are moving on. Realization number 20. Everything is part of the divine show. When we go to a theater, the actors are not real. They are just doing their part. So is this world. We think this world is real. My friends, this world is not real. Thank you, Bridget. This world is not real. This world is just a show. We are actors. We come with nothing and we will go with nothing. But why do we think that this world is real? Why are we suffering? We are suffering because of this illusion. We are suffering because we don't realize the truth. We don't realize that this world is just a theater. It is a drama. It is a show. Some people go to a drama and they cry. Some people go to drama and they cry because they think the actor is going to die and they cry. But the people who realize, no, it's just a drama. Why are you crying? It's just a movie. It's just a drama. You don't have to cry. So, my dear friends, I always tell the people who come on Mondays to listen to the bhajans, I tell them, खुशी से जियो नाटक है ये कुछ ना सच्चा सब आते जाते सुख दुख दोनों रंग मंच पे ये आते जाते प्रभु की लीला है जो भी उनकी मर्जी है हमको स्वीकार करना है खुश हो के हमें जीना है प्रभु की लीला है हम तो बस कलाकार हैं हम आते हैं जाते हैं ये उसकी ही तो लीला है मंजूर करना है खुशी से जियो नाटक है ये कुछ ना सच्चा सब आते जाते सुख दुख दोनों रंग मंच पे ये नाटक है कुछ भी सच्चा नहीं है joy and sorrow will come and go my dear friends don't think this is real today we have covered 20 pieces of the jigsaw puzzle we have put and remember there are 80 more we have finished only 20 pieces of the jigsaw puzzle there are 80 more pieces that will form the jigsaw puzzle that will help us realize what will take us to what is known as enlightenment enlightenment is the lights come on and you can see I am the divine soul. And remember, I am not going to quote any scripture and tell you, यहाँ पे लिखा है, किसने कहा है. No, we don't believe in किसने कहा है और कहाँ पे लिखा है. No, you have to experience it. You have to believe it. Therefore, we continue the next 30 minutes in asking any question. And you have to use your intelligence and your intellect. I cannot show you a cow and tell you it's a dog. If I show you a cow and tell you it's a dog, you say, why? It's not a dog, it's a cow. We have to ask, we have to investigate, we have to realize the truth. So, my dear friends, we are reached 8 o'clock and we're going to start the question answer session now. My question to you is this. Are you starting to put these pieces of realization in the jigsaw puzzle of enlightenment? If some of you have got the book, if some of you have got the enlightenment book, many of you have got the enlightenment book, more than half of you should keep this puzzle. You should keep the jigsaw puzzle in your enlightenment book. Piece by piece, every realization will take you there. Today, what did we speak about today? We spoke about 11 different realizations. Is it frozen? The 11 realizations are: 1, all human beings are chasing happiness. 2, happiness is not pleasure that comes from achievement. 3, happiness is contentment and fulfillment. 4, everybody in this world suffers. 5, we can escape from this triple suffering. 6, who suffers physical pain? The body. 7, who is miserable? The mind. 8, who gets anguished? The ego. 9, what is the cause of suffering? Desire. 10, this world is Maya. it's a cosmic illusion. 11, everything in this world is Leela. It's a drama. So, my dear friends, I can even ask the administrator to paste next week all the 20 realizations. So you can copy them, you can WhatsApp me, and I'm happy to give you the 20 realizations. But this is a spiritual jigsaw puzzle. You need to put all the pieces in place. And when you put all the 100 pieces in place, according to me, you will see the light. So with that, we will start question and answer session. I'm not sure how many people have prepared question answers.
I know one.
But we will start. Huh? And yesterday we have got Dr. Surinder's question pending. So Sangam Gupta and Dr. Surinder Goyal. So we have two questions according to me. Surinder, please get your yesterday's question out. I hope you have it. And Sangam Gupta, please start with Sangam Gupta. Unmute yourself and ask your question, please. Huh? Sangam Gupta, please unmute and ask your question, please.
Sir, what I understand from your talks, man.
I'm sorry, I could not hear you. Can you repeat it, Sangam?
What I understand from your talks, man.
Yeah.
My desire is equal to God. God plus desire is equal to man.
Unfortunately, the line is not permitting me to listen to you. So yeah, I don't know whether it is.
I have put the question in the chat. I have put the question in the chat.
Question. Now I can hear you. Can you just read out the question? Try one more time, please.
Man minus desire is equal to God.
Man minus desire equal to God.
Man minus desire equal to God.
God plus desire equal to man.
God plus desire equals to man. No, this is not correct.
Is it right?
No, this is not correct.
Okay.
Man minus ego equals God. Man minus ego, not desire.
Okay.
Sangam, I hope you're able to hear me.
Yeah,
man
I'm hearing
minus the ego, I. Yeah. If the man drops the ego, you will find God. When God adds the ego, you find man. With God plus ego becomes the man.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Sangam. Surinder Goyal,
thank
you
you
asked the question of yesterday. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you, Sangam.
Shivam, sir. Sir, all I see here or feel is not truth. It is illusion, mithya. And the one that is truth or eternal, I can't hear, see, or experience. Or is our karma or knowledge is also mithya? Is it illusion or is it real?
Is it the same question of yesterday, Surinder? Because I could, this signal is going on and off.
Yes, sir.
Can you please repeat it, Surinder?
Sir, my question is, are our karmas and knowledge is illusion or truth?
No, our karma is not illusion. Our karma is not illusion. Our karma is real action. Because our karma is what makes us come back to this world again and again. Let me try to. Can you all hear me better now? Is it more clear with this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm moving to this.
Sir.
So Surinder, knowledge, you said knowledge is our karma, is it real or not? Karma
Yes,
is definitely real. So what, and knowledge also is real. What makes you think this is not real, Surinder?
Sir, because the knowledge and karma are done by body or mind or buddhi.
हाँ, तो let me explain to you in a way, please try to understand. ठीक है? You are watching a
Yes.
drama. You are watching a drama. Is the drama real or not real? जो stage पे हो रहा है real है कि नहीं है? Stage पे actor आते हैं जाते हैं, वो हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है? Is it happening or not happening? It is happening.
Happening. It is happening.
But is it real or is just a drama?
Yeah. The characters are just playing the part.
So that is what we have to understand, that we have to understand the meaning of real and drama. It's a tricky thing. So the point I'm telling you is that what we see appears real, but at the end of the day, it is a drama. For example, abhi aap karma kar rahe hain. Karma is real, but what is real of the karma, eventually it's only a drama. At the end of the day, it's only a drama. हम आएंगे, कर्मा करेंगे, जाएंगे. But if you don't realize the truth, then what happens? Will you be reborn or you will not be reborn? You will be
Born
reborn.
again.
You will be born again. The moment you realize the truth that this is a drama, then you are liberated. You must realize it's a drama for it to be a drama. Otherwise, it's very real. Okay, Sundar, it's a little tricky, but I know that you will go back and you will
Yes, sir.
contemplate on what I'm saying. But you also had a question yesterday. It's very confusing that we are all able to see or hear or feel. Is it mithya? And the one who is eternal, we are unable to see or experience. Kal aapne ye question pucha tha. I would like to answer this question. Can you hear me, Surinder?
sir.
You can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
So yesterday
Yes.
you said, it is really confusing that we are all able to see or hear or feel. Is mithya. And the one is eternal, we are unable to see. Means you are unable to see God. God is real, but you're unable to see. And what is not real, you're able to see. This is a very interesting question you've asked me.
Yes, sir.
But dear Surinder, my dear Surinder, what you are unable to see, is exactly what you are seeing. What you are unable to see is exactly what you are seeing, but you don't realize what you are seeing is what you are thinking is unable to see. अभी आप समझे मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ या नहीं? What you say you are unable to see is actually what you are seeing all the time. It's like saying I am unable to see gold. I am unable to see gold, but I am able to see ring. I am able to see chain. I am able to see bangle. अरे वो सब gold ही तो है. So when you say I am unable to see God, everybody is God, but you are unable to see because you have to open your real eyes. When you open your real eyes, Surinder, then you will see what you are waiting to see. I hope you're happy with this explanation. I hope it will go a long way in making you go forward, which is.
Sir,
Haji.
sir, I want to say one thing. As in mirror, I can see myself.
Mhm.
My body, I can see my body in the mirror. So is there any mirror through which I can see the soul?
You don't need a mirror. You have to realize the soul yourself. The mirror itself is an illusion. अच्छा तो अब मैंने आपको एक story. Have you heard this story, Surinder? As a small bird came to the mirror and saw another bird in the mirror. तो bird आके bird को kiss किया. तो वो bird नहीं मिल रहा है. वो bird is not there. तो the bird क्या किया? सोचा वो bird mirror के अंदर है. Thought the bird is inside. So the bird went around the mirror. And mirror के पीछे ढूंढ रहा है bird. है mirror के पीछे है bird. Mirror के पीछे तो bird नहीं है. Because mirror है. तो वापस bird आती है. वापस bird आके देखती है, अरे bird इधर ही है. मेरा प्यारा bird इधर है. फिर उसको किस करता है. You get? So when This is the ignorance. What we see in the mirror is only a reflection. What you're seeing is not the truth. The truth is the eternal, the divine, which you cannot see. But actually you can see if you open your real eyes. I can see God sitting in front of me. I don't see Surinder Goyal. I see Krishna. I see Shiva. I don't see Surinder. आपको आप समझते हैं आप सुरिंदर, मैं समझता हूँ आप प्रभु हैं, मुझे आप सुरिंदर नहीं दिखते हैं. That you have to get that point of God realization. Okay.
Thank
Who's
you so
next?
much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Samita Gupta, please.
Shivam, sir.
Shivoham.
So my question is, when the soul leaves the body,
Yeah.
the body dies,
Yeah.
but the soul is alive.
Soul is
So-
birthless and deathless. Okay, continue.
So the soul is alive. That means the soul can live without the body,
Yeah.
but body cannot live without the soul. But what we
Yep.
say is the soul is inside us. So really, is the body inside the soul?
Samita, the soul is everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't want to interrupt you, but as you were talking, you were making some statements which is not right. But I didn't want to interrupt you. You said when the body dies, the soul is alive. The soul is not alive. The soul is life itself. The soul is power that doesn't, even science agrees that energy cannot be destroyed. If you heard the law of energy, energy can neither be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form
Yeah.
to another. The soul is birthless and deathless. The soul cannot die. Okay.
Huh.
So the body will die because the body is when the soul enters the zygote, the first cell, that time the body comes alive.
Yeah.
And when the soul leaves the body dies. This part is clear. So what is the part you're not clear about?
No, so when we say we have a soul in the body, my question is the body in the soul? That means soul
Yes.
is everywhere, so body is in the soul.
Absolutely correct. But if you tell somebody, they'll tell you you're mad because they will not
Yeah.
understand. I showed you an example. I took a glass of water
Yeah.
and I asked you, is the water moving? You said yes. Then I took an empty glass and I said, is the air moving? Then we said, no, the air is not moving with the glass because air is in the
Everywhere.
glass, out of the
Yeah.
glass. So please understand, I'll give you a small example, like I tried to explain to Surinder Goyal. Samita, when you take a person and the body dies in an airtight room, if you have an airtight room, where does the soul go? The soul is everywhere. The soul doesn't escape out of the room because it's airtight. But the soul is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like air is everywhere. Air, you can't hold air back. Air is in the air, in the atmosphere, it's everywhere. The soul is, it's wrong to believe that in your body there is a soul. No, it's not like that. But yes, the energy in your body is everywhere. When that energy leaves the body, death happens. There is no breath. But that energy immediately merges with the soul energy, the supreme soul, which is everywhere. But this, Samita, that's why you need enlightenment. Can any ordinary person understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying because you're studying this every day. You're on this call. Every day you're going one step forward. Common man will say, "Chalo, wine pio, beer pio, kebab khao." That's all. They don't want to listen to all this. This is nonsense. So yes, you're absolutely right that the soul is not only in the body, the soul is everywhere. So is there any more questions that you would like to add?
No. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, please.
Vipul Raj.
Vipul Raj.
Yes.
Question. Yes, Vipul.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivoham, Vipul.
Okay, so as in realization number 11th, you have said that achievement is not happiness.
Correct.
But we see everywhere, like if I am a student and everywhere there are students, they only think of achievement. Like if I clear IIT JEE or if I clear NEET or UPSC, I'll get happiness. So they are studying for that. So how can we say that they are thinking that the day I will achieve that thing, I will get happiness? So how can we say that achievement is not happiness while we are working for achievement?
So Vipul, achievement will only give you momentary pleasure. Achievement will give you momentary pleasure just for a moment. And then you will again become unhappy. See, I'm asking you a question. There are millions of people in this world who are bigger, highly educated. They are, I mean, I can't even give you IPS, IAS officer. They do this examination, that examination. I know PhDs, MPhil, MLit, what all. But they're not happy because this is exactly what enlightenment is all about. You know, the most educated people in this world have committed suicide. They commit suicide because they don't understand the meaning of life. Not only educated, the richest people in this world who have achieved everything, they commit suicide. There was I don't know if you know, in Bangalore, there's a chain called Cafe Coffee Day. Have you
Yes,
heard of
yes.
the owner?
Yes.
Owner Siddharth,
Or
he
a company
jumped in the
system.
river and killed himself. He was worth some 10,000 crores. Educated man, very well educated man. But there's no peace of mind. So just to tell you, as a youngster, I'm coming back to your point, you are taught, you have been told that passing examination, getting degrees, masters, getting a good job is the goal of life. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not telling you, people, have I told you leave everything and go to the forest and sit? Have I told you you're
No,
attending the call
yes.
regularly? But I want to make you understand that this education you're trying to get and the degrees you're trying to get is not the ultimate goal of life. This will not give you the contentment and fulfillment. This may give you a good job, but it will not give you enlightenment. The more important, I'm not saying don't study. Never have I told don't study. Never I told anybody in this group don't earn money. But the truth is this, that achievement is not enlightenment. Achievement, I also, you know that I worked for 25 years and made a lot of money. You know that, right?
Yes,
I made
yes.
a lot of money, like 25 years, like a madman. I was just making money and money and money and money. In the end, I realized this is not what is the purpose of my life. So continue to get your degree, but whenever you talk to your friends about education, ask them the question, after we get the degree, then what? After we get a big job, we become IAS officer, all these things, then what? What is the ultimate? Where are we going in the end? We are going to die. Then you have to ask this question. Why am I getting this degree? Why am I getting this achievement? After that what? After that what? After that what? After that what? Then there is no answer. Then there is no answer. If you want the truth, Vipul, you're a young person, you're interested in the subject, don't listen to me and don't believe me, but ask yourself the question. It's very important for you to ask, investigate, and realize the truth. Okay, anything else?
No, so we can say that achievements are just giving us momentary happiness.
Correct.
Achievement give us momentary happiness.
Achievement will give you some money, achievement will give you some name, achievement will give you momentary happiness, but it will not give you eternal bliss, eternal peace. It will not make you achieve the ultimate goal of life.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next,
Rajkumar Mohan.
Rajkumar Mohana.
Hello, Shivam here.
So, Rajkumar.
So my question is that this meditation is a source of treatment for depression and stress. Because now in this COVID situation, many people, when I'm interacting with them, they say that we are in a depression or stress due to failure of businesses, that. So can I advise them to go for meditation for treatment?
Meditation is good, but they should understand the meaning of meditation. See, for example, now, Rajkumar, the point is, in the world today, many people have got problems. COVID has come like it is sweeping people with problems. How many millions and millions of people have no jobs? Millions and millions of businesses have shut down. It is
Yeah.
not only an Indian problem, it's a global problem. But the point is, I'm asking you the question, since you're following the path of enlightenment,
Yeah.
what can we do? Can you fight with COVID? You can't fight with COVID. Even you wear a mask, you get COVID. So what can you do? Therefore, people who are depressed must be made to understand. They must be made to understand that there's a beautiful, we wrote a song. Why worry? There is no need to worry. Why worry? There is no need to worry. Huh? No
Yes.
problem, then there's no need to worry. No problem, then there's no need to worry. If there's a problem, there is no need to worry. If there's a problem, there is no need to worry. Why? If you can do something about your problem, then there is no need to worry. No need to worry. Enjoy your curry. Why worry? If you can do something. If you can do nothing, if you can do nothing about your problem, then there is no need to worry. No need to worry. Then why worry? See, you think about it. You
Yes.
think about it. If there's a problem and you can do something, then don't worry. If there's a problem and you can't do something about it, then don't worry. And if there's no problem, then why worry? So you have to, more than meditation, you should talk to people. You should share your knowledge that you are gaining on a day-to-day basis, and you must make people understand. Fear, F-E-A-R, is false expectation appearing real. A fear is not a danger. We must not think. You know what Mahatma Gandhi said?
Yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi said 100 years back there was a Spanish flu. When Mahatma Gandhi was there was a Spanish flu where millions of people were dying. Corona is nothing. In that time, Mahatma Gandhi, he said, more people die out of the fear of the disease than out of the disease itself.
Okay.
More
Due to panic.
Huh?
Due to panic.
Yeah, more. So your people who are talking to you, what is depression? Depression is letting a false expectation appear real. This is wrong. You must not let depression enter. If you open your door, then depression will take charge of your life. Let me, you know something, why I told you this. Suppose you tell that person meditate. Rajkumar, you tell that person meditate. You know what that person will be meditating? Can I tell you?
Yeah.
That person will be meditating. Tomorrow I will die. Tomorrow I will die. Tomorrow I will die. Tomorrow I may die. Tomorrow I may die. What is the use of meditating that, Rajkumar? Kuch matlab hai? So please try. They should meditate in the right manner. They should be silent to understand that the kingdom of God is within. They should understand that there is no need to worry. These are the things that you must make them do. Not, I tell you, it's a big problem. If
Will
you just tell fear, they will,
self-realization will help them to come across.
of course, people who are self-realized don't worry.
Right.
For me, I don't fear death. I'm ready to die now. Because everybody has to die. You have to die. I have to die. Death is controlled by whom? Death is not controlled by you, by me, by Narendra Modi, by Donald Trump, by Xi Jinping. No, nothing. Death is controlled by the divine.
Yes.
You did not decide your birth. Somebody else who is the creator decided your birth, decided your death. These things will help the people to overcome depression. Talk to them. Make them come to ask care. Ask them to come and ask the question. This is a big favor you will do to them. Ask them, come here. Put your question of depression, suicide. I'll talk to them. Bring them on the call.
I'll give them the contact to do that.
Ask
Thank
them to
you.
join the call. Okay, thank you. Next
Thank you.
question. Thank you.
Veena Karate.
Veena Karate.
Namaste, Master.
Namaste, Veena.
Sir, how can we happy all the time?
You can be happy all the time by being in a state of Sat Chit Anand.
How to achieve that, Master?
Yeah, so Sat Chit Anand has got 3 words. 3 words. Out of the 3 words, 1 word you know. Which word you know? Sat Chit Anand. Of these 3 words, 1 word you understand. Which word? The word you understand is Anand, right? Being happy all the time. Being happy all the time means Ananda. You understand?
Yes, master.
So how many more words you must understand? 2
Another.
more. What is Satya? According to you, what is Satya? Satya, Satya means what? What is Satya or Satya? Means what? Sat means the truth. Sat means the truth. What we are doing every Friday session, what we are doing? We are doing that only. We are doing realization of the truth. I am giving you 20 realizations. That is Sat. What is Chit? Chit means consciousness. Consciousness means you must not only know the truth, you must be conscious of the truth. Being conscious means you don't have to memorize it. You have to realize it. When that Sat, when the truth, for example, Rajkumar told people are getting depressed, suicide, COVID, business is going for. Array, what business, man? Everybody will leave and go, no. Somebody will take and go their business. This is avidya. Avidya is the opposite of Sat. Why people are unhappy? Oh, COVID will kill me. If not COVID, tiger will kill. If not tiger, leopard will kill. If not leopard, crocodile will kill. If not crocodile, Surinder Goyal will kill. But somebody will kill, na? Surinder Goyal don't mind it. Huh? If Surinder Goyal does not give anesthesia and if you're in the hospital, means surely you will go. Because he will die of pain. I'm just trying to tell, Veena, try to understand. Satya, there is some Satya. Everybody has to die. Why cry? Why worry? Chit, become conscious of that. Become conscious means you must conquer the mind. The mind is the one that is making us a monkey. The mind is making us think all wrong things. We must take away the mind from control of our life. When we take away the mind from our life control, then we become conscious. That is called Chit. Then you reach that. Sat ke chit mein rehta आनंदा है पाता सच्चिदानंदा हाल ये जो सच क्या एहसास है करना आनंदा में रहना जो सत्य का चित karta. You must become conscious of the truth. That is the challenge. So Veena, it's a process. Please try bit by bit and you will get there.
2 more questions, Sudeep.
Yes, Veena? Okay, thank you. Sudeep Bhargava.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam, Sudeep.
Sir, you taught about that law of causation, that if the effect is there, then it is because the cause is there. If you remove the cause, the effect will get removed. So taking clue from there, can I say that karma will be true as long as the body is perceived to be true, because body is the cause and karma is the effect? And when we realize that body itself is not real, that is when we get enlightenment, then the karma also will get dissolved. Can I put it that way?
See, the law of causation, understand the law of causation has got 3 effects, 3 tenets.
Yes, yes.
The law of causation says 1, every effect has a cause.
True.
2, the effect is nothing but the cause in another form. 3, if you remove the effect,
yes,
if you remove the cause, there will be no effect.
Cause.
So for example, every effect has a cause. Wave is the effect. The cause is the ocean. The wave is nothing but the ocean in another form. If you remove the ocean, there will be no wave. So what are you trying to say in karma now? Now explain to me, what are you trying to say?
I am trying to put body as the cause and karma as the effect.
No. Body is not, no. See, body, you can't say body is the cause and karma is the effect. Because I may be the body and I don't have karma because I have realized the truth, then there's no karma, there's no effect.
That's exactly what my question was. That for an enlightened soul, can we say that the karmas will get dissolved the moment you get enlightenment?
Yes, that's true, but that's nothing to do with the law of causation.
No. I was just taking it as a reference. My main question was this only, that when you realize, can I say that the karma itself will not be there because you are not the body? That's why I tried to compare it with the law of causation, that when the cause is removed, the effect also will get removed. That's why I took its support.
Yeah, but Sudeep, don't take it like that because that may get you stuck in the wrong way, Sudeep.
Okay.
Take
Then I'll leave it here. That's okay.
Because I have to guide you. I don't want see the law of causation is an amazing. The law of causation is a fantastic method of realization.
Agreed.
Don't let your mind play monkey tricks with you on the law of causation. You
Okay.
keep the law of causation only with cause and effect.
Okay, fine.
Because remember one thing, you are the effect. God is the cause. Be very clear about it.
Fine.
Don't-
I'll not use it. Fine.
Okay, so I hope you appreciate. I'm just
Fine. That's it. Sir.
next.
Last question, Navjot.
Navjot, last question for today, Navjot.
Sir, my mind and ego have deceived me so far.
Yeah.
And I know it's a dead trap. You think it will give you something, but it gives you nothing. I know that. I have my experiences with my mind and ego, but I'm not able to control them, or I'm not able to transcend them at the moment.
Yeah, it takes time. It takes time because the mind and ego is the biggest rascal in the world. The mind and ego is the biggest enemy of our life. So if you're thinking that the mind and ego is like an ice cream, you can put in the mouth and you can digest it. It's not like that. The mind is can I ask you something, Navjot?
Yes.
Have you tried to catch a machhar in your room?
Yes.
It's easy to catch a machhar.
No.
Sometimes it takes 2 hours. You can't catch a machhar.
Yes.
And machhar is nothing compared to mind and ego.
Yes.
So if you are thinking that, oh, mind and ego, it's easy to transcend. No, if it was so easy, then everybody in this world would have enlightenment. No. You have to
Right.
understand the reward of enlightenment is eternal happiness, everlasting peace. The reward of this enlightenment is liberation from all suffering. The reward of overcoming the mind and ego is liberation from the cycle of death and rebirth. My dear Navjot, this is not an easy subject. Please understand this. Do you think these Ask Care sessions are a joke? No, it's not a joke. It's a very serious, very, very serious subject. Therefore, it is the most important aspect of our. Okay, if people who are in this call today, you leave this call and you go make money, what will happen? Useless. You go learn something, but you go and educate yourself, what will happen? Useless. If you go and sing a romantic song with somebody you love, what will happen? Enlightenment is the biggest goal of our life. When you are here and if the spark comes in your consciousness and your spark makes you realize Tattvam Asi, Aham Brahmasmi, Shivoham Shivoham, Soham Soham. If you realize that, the mind and ego will get crushed. The problem is we think we are me. The problem is we think we are me, M-E, mind and ego. But when we realize we are not me, then we become the divine. And that is our ultimate goal. So don't lose heart, Navjot. Please try and try again and again. And that's why I know you're coming every day at 8 o'clock. Don't stop. It's a promise. If you stop coming for this call, I cannot help you. But if you continue, it's a challenge. I'm challenging you that you will overcome your mind and ego. And you will tell in this call one day that I have been able to overcome, because it's a matter of hard work. It's a matter of discipline. Anybody on this call, my dear friends, anybody on this call can attain enlightenment. Enlightenment is a process. You need Vairagya, Vivek, Shat, Shampat, Mumukshutvam. You need dispassion, discrimination, discipline, and desire for the divine. You need to live with yoga, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga. You need to live with the yoga of action, devotion, meditation, and education. There is a process. You can attain the goal, but you've got to walk the path. If you're walking the path and you walk after 100 kilometers and say, I cannot see Bombay, where is Bombay? Bombay is not yet come. Don't say Bombay has not come. You can't say, okay, now Bombay has not come. Bombay, come here, come here. Bombay will not come to you. You have to go to Bombay. So with that note, let us all pray, work hard, be devoted and dedicated, because this is the ultimate goal, my dear friends. If you have lost enlightenment, you have lost everything, because then you will come back into this beautiful world and you will once again play in this drama, and Nataka will go on and on. Let us aim to be liberated. I thank you with my folded hands and look forward to seeing you at 8. Thank you.
Speaking,